Faculty, senators, and guests, I want to thank you all for coming today. I'd like to thank the president and provost for the post-refreshments that will be waiting on us after the presentation today. I really like the timing of the State of the University address. December is a time of reflection for me. As I reflected and prepared for today, I realized how thankful I am for all of you. In the spring, our semester ended abruptly with a tragedy no one should have to endure. You all made accommodations for students to ensure the best education and support we can provide under the stress of the events that occurred. I know many of you arrived on campus in August with trepidation, and I want to thank you for the commitment you showed to your colleagues and your students this semester. I continue to be impressed with your kindness for all the members of the FSU community. It is truly an honor to call you my colleagues. My hope is that we all find time to rest and rejuvenate during the break, and I look forward to seeing you all in January. And with that, it is my pleasure to invite President McCullough to present his annual State of the University address. Before President McCullough speaks, we will show a video of highlights from the past year. And I was supposed to say something like, "Take it away," so I don't know if they're ready for me.
I have nothing to say. Everything was in the video. So I know that many of you have come because you heard last time I spoke at the State of the University address. It was 2 hours long, and so I know you're very excited to see how long I'm going to speak this year. I hope to disappoint you that I will be done far under 2 hours. So thank you all for being here. Good afternoon, everyone. It's a wonderful honor and privilege to stand before you as the president of Florida State University and report that the state of the university is very strong. And the university continues to get better every day. This is my 5th State of the University address, and I will make the case today that we have powerful momentum. And while others have been slowed by the challenges in higher education, we have tried to focus on opportunity. We are Florida State, and we are unconquered. I'd like to thank Professor Roxanne Hughes, who also holds many titles, head of the Faculty Senate, trustee. Thank you for you and the Faculty Senate for inviting me to speak today, and thank you for leadership and service. I enjoy very much working with you, and thank you for all your time. I want to thank the College of Medicine. Dean Littles, thank you for having us, hosting us here today. I appreciate it very much. I want to recognize my wife, Jay Vardekar, is here with us today. She's an amazing partner and really a wonderful First Lady and an incredible ambassador for Florida State University. And I thank you so much for everything you do for me, and thank you for what you do for Florida State, and thank you for your support. I'd like to thank Chairman Collins, who's here with us today, for your time, your vision, and your passion. There's a quote that goes something like this: if you set yourself on fire, people will run from miles to watch you burn. And that is the level of passion that you have for Florida State University. That's a famous quote about passion. Why are these things always taken out of context? I think, no, and I said no offense. No offense. Thank you so much for your passion. That was not in my speech, by the way. It's incredible what you do for the university. I thank you so much for your invaluable partnership, your friendship, and making the work fun. We have a good time together, and I appreciate you very much. I want to recognize your wife, Jennifer Collins, who couldn't make it today, for all she does for the university, her leadership with the Parents Council. She serves on the board of the international programs, and I just thank her for her love of Florida State University and allowing you to spend so much time on Florida State. It's a great sacrifice, I know. I want to thank all the board of trustees for everything that they do, their time and energy, and from a personal point of view, I thank you for your wise counsel. I'm really grateful for your support. I want to recognize the trustees that are here today. Don't know if I will get them all right. Chairman Collins is here. Trustee Peter Jones is here. Trustee Tim Weishire is here. I don't know if Max Alvarez made it. Oh, there you are, Max. You were pointing right to him. I should have said, thank you, Max, for being here this evening. You're not in the... Yes, and you should be in the trustee row, Max. That's the reason that was... it's all your fault. No. Thank you, Max, for everything. If you set yourself on fire, Max... Max is another person who has a tremendous passion. I thank you for all you do for Florida State University. And, of course, we have Roxanne Hughes is here with us today. Carson Dale was supposed to be here, but he has something that's known as class, and so couldn't attend. He's not only on the Board of Trustees, but he's our student body president. He's also chair of the Florida Student Association, and in that role represents 43,000 students across 12 of Florida's public universities, and that means that he's on the Board of Governors as well. We're very proud of Carson. He's done a tremendous job. I also want to thank my senior leadership in my cabinet. These are truly outstanding colleagues that are the backbone, the nerve center of a great blues band. A great university. I'm just entertaining the provost, too. This is my other job. I deeply value all of your friendship. I really appreciate all of you being in the foxhole with me. I couldn't do what I do, and we couldn't do what we do at the university without all of you. That's Provost Jim Clark, Jim, Senior VP Kyle Clark, who I'm sure is not here because he's just out negotiating an important deal that we have to close by 5:30 today. Vice President Stacey Patterson, Michael Alford, I saw him, he's at the back, okay. Carolyn Egan, Amy Heck, Marissa Langston, Joe Shea, Jeanette Taylor, Marla Vickers, didn't see Marla, and Chief Legislative Affairs Officer Clay Ingram, and Associate Vice President Dennis Schnicker. Thank you for all you do for me and for this university. I want to thank the faculty. You work so hard to teach and educate our students. You make the university's reputation. That's the way universities work. The university faculty make the reputation of the university, which attracts graduate students and postdocs through your scholarship, research, artistic creation, performance, and by that lead to the rankings of the university, which then in turn attracts the undergraduates to the university. The faculty are on the front lines of recruiting the best faculty, producing the best students, and this year writing a record number of grants and making the university better every single day. And to our amazing students of Florida State, I thank you for giving us our identity. You are all in when it comes to Florida State University. And that quantification of Florida State University is just not possible. It's just not possible. You can't put a number on Florida State. You can only understand Florida State by being here, feeling the passion, the good times, the humility, the kindness, and our beautiful campus. Those are the only way that you can truly experience the joy of being a Seminole. I want to thank our staff, our alums, friends, for all of the things you do for the university and that support you provide. I want to thank those at the state who believe in Florida State, that provide financial support. And you can see from what we do at Florida State that your return on investment is well worth it. And we have delivered, especially in the last 4 years, on your investment. And because of all of you, we are experiencing unprecedented momentum. We've hired great faculty. We've set records in research expenditures. We built out new spaces for faculty and students that are the envy of other universities. These new spaces are exemplified by our state-of-the-art interdisciplinary research and commercialization building that's attracting top scientists around the country and have helped us in doubling the size of our engineering school. We've obtained $65 million from the state toward the construction of our new engineering building, which we will start building next year. We recently opened our spectacular new College of Business building. If you haven't seen it, you have to. It's unbelievable. It's the best business school building in the entire country and will open a new chapter in the history of Florida State University. We expect to finish our new FSU Health Research Building in 2026, launching our first new building in our quest of FSU Health. I want to thank Kyle Clark for his leadership on all these major projects, as well as his staff and many others. Our research program continues to impress. Our research expenditures have grown at an impressive rate, up from $325 million in 2021 to a record $488 million, up 50%. It's actually 487, but I just say that because it really bothers Stacy that I say 488. Sorry, Stacy. This is a huge leap forward. Thank you for your leadership in this area. But let me tell you how good $488 million is. We rank 51 out of 69 in research expenditures. Among what group? Those universities in the AAU. We rank 51 out of 69, okay? So we're better than a large portion of schools that are already in the AAU in research expenditures. We rank 30 out of 38 among public universities in the AAU. That means that we're ranked among the top research universities in the United States, and we will continue to grow our research expenditures. This past year, the faculty submitted $1.22 billion worth of research grants. That's a record for Florida State universities. And our research initiatives that we have started over the last 4 years will accelerate, adding tens upon tens of millions of dollars to our research totals in the near future. We have built research strategic focus areas that are important not only to Florida, but also to the United States and our national priorities. In this regard, we launched INSPIRE, a new aerospace and advanced manufacturing initiative that was seeded with $98 million from the State of Florida Fund, Triumph Gulf Coast. So many people helped us get that money from Triumph Gulf Coast, Trustee Gonzalez, and a large number of leaders at FSU. And I thank everybody that was involved in that project. That work is critical for national security, as we will lead new research and develop in hypersonics, high-performance materials that can stand the speeds greater than Mach 5. These are critical for the national security of the United States. There are other countries who have hypersonic missiles that we literally can't shoot down because they can just simply outrun their defenses. So it's important for us to be a part of that. To help lead our efforts, we've hired new director Drew Allen. He has some deep experience in aerospace, and we're currently building out new space to house this exciting work. The predictions are that this initiative will add an additional $250 million in our annual research expenditures in 5 years. I want to give a shout out to Professor Farouk Alvi, who helped to jumpstart this project and really get it going. We also launched a $100 million quantum science and engineering initiative that doubles down on our strength in magnetic technology, superconductor research, and materials research. Last year, we hired 10 truly outstanding new faculty, and the deans have told me we outcompeted a number of universities that are more highly ranked than we are, and we hired 15 of the best postdocs in the country in this area. I really appreciate Professor Michael Shuttruck as the director of the initiative, but I truly appreciate the collaboration between Dean Day and Dean Huckabee, who work together. And this kind of collaboration with two of our top colleges make a difference for our future at Florida State University. We're also leading in rare earth minerals research and development at the Mag Lab and in our science departments. Also attacking a key national security priority to reduce the U.S.'s dependence on Chinese rare earths. You probably read about that in the newspaper. And that is absolutely a crisis in our United States because we can completely be held hostage by another country and not be able to develop chips and other technology and other electronics without these rare earth minerals. Our Mag Lab is the largest and highest powered magnetic lab in the world and is leading in so many forefront research areas. They hold 17 world records in magnetic field research and continue to pioneer many discoveries. It's truly a crown jewel for Florida State University, and our director, Kathleen is doing a terrific job. We've also launched FSU Health with priorities in genomics and precision medicine, as exemplified by our new Pediatric Rare Disease Institute and the FSU-led state initiative on genetic screening for children called Sunshine Genetics. This work is focusing on children and identifying any genetic abnormalities very young in these children's lifetimes to allow for fast diagnosis and treatment of these children. These interventions are critical, not only for the children, but for the families. And this research is incredibly important because cures for gene-related diseases are being developed across the country every day. There are already FDA-approved gene-editing drugs for sickle cell disease, spinal muscular disease, and children with severe immunocompromised conditions. There's high hope for cure for hereditary blindness and cystic fibrosis, where clinical trial results have been extremely promising. Our institute will lead the way and have already been attracting faculty from all over the United States that want to be a part of this important endeavor. Led by Dean Littles and Professor Bade, the initiative is off to an unbelievable start, and we at Florida State will continue to lead in this really unbelievably interesting area. We're growing health research and healthcare opportunities in Northwest Florida. We're building a new academic health center in Panama City Beach. We would like to purchase the city-owned assets operated by local hospital TMH, and we're working on that, and we hope to get that done. Why? Why are we doing these things? We are doing these things because we want to improve healthcare in Tallahassee and in the Panhandle. We also want to grow biomedical research at Florida State University, improve our research reputation and funding in this area. This is something that seems theoretical, but I can tell you that Jay and I were just out at Panama City Beach, and we toured the new TMH medical office building, and it was unbelievable. They already have day surgical units set up and ready to go. We have a floor in the building where we're already participating and doing research and being part of our first sort of foot in the ground in FSU Health. We toured the medical office building with Trustee Gonzalez and Andrew Starr from TMH, and I have to tell you that to see that building go up is amazing. But what's even more amazing is when you turn and you look out in a little bit beyond that building and you see a massive, massive steel and structures going up, which is going to be a new, huge hospital in that area for those citizens. It is truly remarkable and really, really impressive. What does this mean for faculty at Florida State University? It means that you'll have more research opportunity. There'll be more opportunity for expansion, especially in biology, biomedical research, and clinical trial research. You can develop new clinical partnerships and work on pathways that move discoveries from the lab to the bedside. To help us lead this, we've hired a new Vice President and Chief Clinical Operations Officer, Jeremy Slaga. Jeremy is an FSU alumnus and a seasoned healthcare professional executive who served as the Chief Integration Officer for Temple Health and has extensive experience in transitioning and improving newly launched partnerships. He's going to join us in January, and we're very excited about him joining us. We've also launched a new institute, Icon Health, to connect nutrition, health, and policy through research and a data-driven approach using food as medicine. We hired 2 National Academy members that are leading our efforts, Professor Reagan Bailey and Professor Patrick Stover. We've also launched a new Institute for Digital Health and Innovation. And this year, we launched LEAP, Large Equipment and Enhancement Program. Thank you for the acronym, Vice President Patterson, which will fund up to $20 million in new equipment to help build research capacity at Florida State University. I wanted to be $40 million, but we only got $20 million worth of proposals. So, Vice President Patterson has unlimited money. So we look forward to launching it again next year so that we can get the kind of turnout that we expect from our faculty. Thank you again, Stacy, for your leadership, for these initiatives and your service to the faculty. I know they appreciate it. Florida State University is a right brain, left brain university. We excel in the sciences and we excel in the arts. We continue to invest in both areas. As an example, just this week, we have funded a new $430,000 humanities center that will... Robin, stand up! I told you I'd do it. This week, we funded a new $430,000 humanities center that will provide support for new postdoctoral fellows, graduate students, faculty, and staff. And I understand the provost's office is looking for space for the center, and this will help us to further strengthen humanities at Florida State University. I want to thank John Corrigan, who is the chair of the Humanities Center Committee, and your leadership. And it shows great skill and incredible leadership to put together a committee to form a humanities center. I have exquisite experience at multiple universities, and getting humanities faculty together to form a humanities center, that's tough stuff. And so thank you for your leadership. I greatly appreciate the provost, Jim Clark, and Dean Huckabee for their leadership to make this happen. And Sam, thank you very much. I know that you've agreed to fund half of the Humanities Center, so I really appreciate your commitment to the humanities. We've obtained funding to plan for a new arts district and are active in planning the development of that area. We've raised significant gifts in our College of Music, led by Dean Queen, that will continue to provide excellence in music and keep music as one of the most respected university-based music programs in the country. With the First Lady's leadership, along with Dean Reb Braddock, we purchased a movie theater for film screenings at the film school. All the best film schools in the country have a movie theater for filming and on-hands learning. And it will help to take our film school to the next level. We already have a fantastic film school. The Hollywood Reporter currently ranks FSU's film school as number 4 among public institutions. So thank you all for your leadership. And thank you, Jay, for being the liaison to the arts. Could maybe not be so liaison-y, though. You're doing a great job. And she's really a great advocate for all of you. Arts have been consistently ranked very high at our university. Interior design's number 3 in the nation. Niche ranks our performing arts as number 6, and studio art number 7 among public universities. The School of Dance is among the best in Florida, is the best in Florida, not among the best, it is the best. And Niche ranks the school 15 among all universities. Dean Frazier, congratulations for your leadership. Many of our programs across the campus are receiving national recognition. In Niche, 7 of our departments and programs are ranked in the top 10 among all universities in the United States. Criminal justice, number 2. Number 1 for research, congratulations, Dean Blomberg. I saw you somewhere. Oh, there you go. Congratulations. Accounting and finance, number 5. Sports management, number 5. Education, number 8. Congratulations, Dean Andrews. Kinesiology and physical therapy, number 7. Business, number 10. Congratulations, Dean Hardline. And information technology, number 10. Additionally, College of Social Work jumped to number 22 among publics, the best in Florida. Congratulations, Dean Springer. I saw you earlier, too. Yeah, there you go. Sorry, I'm doing a bad job here because I'm pointing out some deans and not others. So if I don't point you out, that's just shows you how terrible I am. Law school jumped to 17 among publics and 38 in the U.S. and is now the best law school in Florida. Congratulations, Dean O'Hara-O'Connor and the provost for making the investments that helped the college to make this climb. Dedman School of Hospitality, 6th in the United States, and 18 in the world. In the world. I think you're the best school in the world at Florida State University. Congratulations. Dean Farr, great job. And of course, nursing went from 77 and is now ranked 28. So congratulations, Dean Wong. Amazing work. We continue to have strong public affairs and political science departments, with those being the top 10 local government leadership publics and top 20 in poli-sci. Congratulations, Dean Chapin. Stats is up to number 20, up 7. Biology, 44, up 25 slots. Physics, 44, up 3. Chemistry, due to the addition of an amazing faculty member in the chemistry department, is up 7 slots. And unfortunately, material science engineering dropped when I joined material science engineering, but I think they're back up now. So we hired some good people and overcame the McCullough effect. So thank you, Sam, for your leadership with those departments. We continue to have one of the top entrepreneurship programs in the country, with the Moran School ranked top 10 among publics in the nation by Princeton Review. Congratulations, Dean Fiorito. I also want to congratulate and give a personal shout out to Dean Fiorito for getting one of FSU's greatest entrepreneurs, Sarah Blakely, back to campus a few months ago. It was really your fortitude that led to that. And we had such an amazing time. Sarah was amazing. First Lady and I had a great time at the football game. She's a great Knoll, and it was great to be with her and her family, and we look forward to that growing friendship. We have begun to make significant progress this year on faculty-based entrepreneurship. Under the leadership of Valerie McDevitt. Where's Valerie? Stand up, Valerie. I'm going to make you stand up. Thank you, Valerie. Under the leadership of Valerie McDevitt, VPR's office, Associate Vice President for Strategic Partnerships and Innovation, she has completely revamped tech transfer, hired new experts, and created new faculty-friendly policies that encourage faculty as well as postdocs and students to start up companies. We have began finally, because of your leadership, and I don't mean finally as a diss. This year, so far, we have doubled the number of startups that we've had at the university. We usually average 1 or 2. This year we have, I'm going to say 4 so far. 4 so far this year, and the year's not even over yet. So thank you for your leadership. That's been a slog, I know, and it's taken a lot of work. But I encourage the faculty to consider starting a company. I've started 2 companies, and I've learned so much and have benefited so greatly from those experiences. I learned more about what research I should do by having a company than I did being in the lab and making up stuff about how my science was going to change the world. And you go work in a company and you see what products you have to actually produce and what has to be done to produce those commercial products, then you really understand what science needs to be done. So many of those startups come out of science, engineering, medicine, but I encourage you to think about that. And our tech transfer office now stands with open arms, not with closed arms, welcoming you to start a company. And when you start that company, you will now have a space to be in. We have launched Ignite Tallahassee, a 40,000 square foot incubator at Innovation Park that can house growing companies and startups. And if you want to learn more about entrepreneurship, there's so many pathways to do that. But one way is through our signature research and entrepreneurship event, Discovery Days, which drew over 2,500 attendees at 34 terrific events. Great job, Stacy and your team. While other universities have frozen hiring, I was looking it up yesterday, and there's a list of about 30, 40 universities that have frozen hiring. We continue to hire 200 faculty members a year over the last 3 years. So we got our foot up on the gas because somebody has to do it. And we are trying to take advantage of when others are slowing down, we are in a position to accelerate. And that's what we're trying to do. That's what we're trying to do. I don't know how much longer we can do that, but we're going to do it as long as we can. And we couldn't do it without the state and our great donors and support that we get. I want to thank the provosts, the deans, the department heads for all the work that you do in bringing in those faculty members. Also, Jeanette, thank you so much for all you do in making sure that those faculty know the pathways for success. We've also aggressively sought out 6 new and hired 6 new National Academy members, bringing our totals to 13. We added 3 this year. And while we have hired well, we recognize that we have lots of wonderful folks who are already here at Florida State University. Exemplified by this year's Lawton professor, Pam Keel. Congratulations, Pam, on being this year's Lawton professor. Where are you? Please stand. I saw you here a few minutes ago. Oh, there you are. Congratulations. And we have amazing staff, as exemplified by this year's Max Caraway Employee of the Year, Rachel Ward Boatwright. Rachel, are you here in the audience? If so, please stand. Please stand. Rachel's a senior academic advisor in the College of Music. Rachel, thank you for guiding so many of our music majors and students through life and through school. Thanks again. This year was a very good year for us. We continue to set records. We set records in our overall rankings. We set records in every student success category. And we've done that every year. This year, we achieved our highest ever ranking in the history of Florida State University, an overall ranking, national ranking of 51 among all universities, public and private, from U.S. News and World Report. That's up 3 spots from last year and 4 from 2021. We're now tied with some pretty good universities, Wake Forest, William & Mary, pretty good places to be associated with. We're ranked 21 among publics, up from 23 last year. And Niche, 2 years ago, ranked us 10, and annoyingly ranked us 11 this year among all public universities in America, meaning we had to take down the banners that said 10 and put up ones that say 11, that you probably noticed. 11's still pretty good among all public universities. They used Department of Education data and surveys, and so it's not really self-reported data, so we really like their ranking system. I want to give a shout-out to leaders Jim Clark, Joe O'Shea, Rick Burnett. Yes, I did mention Rick Burnett in this speech. And James Hunt. Thank you so much for all you do. To help us as being key members of the Moneyball team. This year, we had a record freshman retention rate of 97%. 97%. That's 3 in the nation among all universities. Okay? This is tied with universities you may have heard of: Princeton, Johns Hopkins, Duke, Berkeley, UCLA, Michigan, and Georgetown. That is incredible. In 1921, in 2021, it was 94%. Even a 1% increase, right? Even a 1% increase is impressive. And to go up 3 percentage points in 4 years is absolutely monumental. And we could not be more proud. Our 4-year graduation rate this year is a record, 78%. Number 7 nationwide among public universities, and better than private schools like Princeton, Brown, and Caltech. 4 years ago, it was 72%. So if you're following along, it was 72% in 21 and 78% now. This, like the freshman retention rate, is a remarkable and incredibly impressive improvement. Six-year graduation rate is also a record, 86%, up from 84% 21. Transfer student graduation rate is 80%, another record for Florida State University, and the best in the history of the state university system in Florida. Is Dante Brown here? Dr. Dante Brown, are you here? Okay, this is about you. I also learned not very long ago that Dr. Brown plays a huge role in student success. As the former care program director, I also discovered that he is the director of the Student Success War Room, which I did not know existed. But Joe slipped and told me that there's a war room that works, the telephones, scholarships, and working so hard to make sure that every student has a chance to graduate and every freshman is almost required to stay. And I really appreciate that, Dante. And I'm also so proud to congratulate you as our new Dean of Undergraduate Studies. Congratulations. Our admissions team is one of the best in the United States, led by John Barnhill, who unfortunately is retiring in June, and his genius will be sorely missed. Luckily, we have another genius, Hagen Ferguson, who will take over and run admissions after that. You can tell they're doing a good job. This last year, we had 86,000 applications for 6,200 slots in our freshman class. The quality of the students continues to rise, and we hear over and over anecdotally from counselors, high school counselors in the state of Florida, that we are now, Florida State University is now the most desirable undergraduate institution for students to attend in Florida, because we not only have excellent academics, but we have a top-ranked student experience, and we have a wonderful family environment. In 2021, the average in GPA was 4.2 for the enrolled class, the matriculated class, the people who showed up, 4.2. This year, it was 4.3. The average SAT in 2021 was 1262. 2021, 1262. 2025, 1341. 1262 to 1341 in 4 short years. That's the average, okay? That's not the highest. That's like the highest in my high school that I went to, but that's not the high. That's the average, okay? 90% of our students that come to Florida State are in the top 10% of their high school class. When the chairman got here 4 years ago, it was 46%. When I got here 4 years ago, it was 46%. Rick's been here a long time, and it was 46%. It was 12, and then it went to 46. No, I'm sorry. We were ranked number 2 by Princeton Review for student experience, number 1 last year. We're also number 1 in Florida for our learning communities. We're number 1 in Florida for our free speech, as ranked by FIRE. We're a top performer in social mobility, with 25% of our students being first-generation students, with an award-winning care program, a program that has grown by 50% since I've been here. We are getting outstanding students without compromising our core values and advancing economic mobility. I like to say we're changing Florida State University without changing Florida State University. We've grown our honors program by 31%, presidential scholars program by 25%, getting some of the best students in all of Florida. We're infusing AI education across the curriculum and have rapidly developed new AI courses led by our CEO, Jonathan Fosers, Professor Marty, and with a huge, massive participation from our faculty who attend these training sessions weekly. Thank you, faculty for participating. And thank you, Professor Marty and CIO Foster, for your work. And we have accomplished all of this in student success while reducing the median debt of FSU graduates to just over $11,000, the lowest among public R1 universities and among the lowest in the nation. It's a very big deal, and we're very, very proud to be leading in reducing educational cost. We're number one in our long-term study abroad program. We have more than 2,300 students this year participate in our campuses in London, Florence, Felicia, and Panama City, Panama. And now are providing new opportunities in New Zealand, Northern Ireland, South Africa, and Romania. Trustee Jones will be seeking out new teaching opportunities in New Zealand, I'm sure. He's been one of our great instructors at Florence and Valencia and London. So thank you for that. And there's opportunities for others to be involved in that as well. We're number 10 in producing Fulbright scholars, a mark of global impact and faculty excellence. And we're raising money for these endeavors through great programs like Dr. J's Explorer Fund, which provides funding for first-generation students to study abroad and to provide other experiential learning opportunities. We're also providing unique opportunities for our students to live and study in Washington, D.C. with our newly created D.C. Study Away program, where we have 2 new townhomes that provide services, support for our students to complete their internships in agencies and et cetera. I want to shout out to Vice President Heck, Kyle Clark, Provost, Joe O'Shea, anybody else that was involved in that, I don't remember, but thank you, Dr. Heck, for your leadership in that. Safety. We've been working on improving safety at our university. We still mourn our losses from the shooting tragedy on April 17th, and our hearts go out to those families and students that were impacted. We learned a lot from that day, and we've done a great deal of analysis, both internally and externally, as a result, and we've made significant improvements to campus safety after that shooting tragedy. Under the leadership of Senior Vice President Kyle Clark, a project that was originally planned to take 3 years was done in just 60 days. We've installed new classroom locks, panic buttons, and lockdown systems. We've expanded training, upgraded our electronic systems, and hopefully made the campus a bit safer. I want to acknowledge the bravery and courage and professionalism that our campus police showed on that day that literally saved lives. I want to acknowledge Chief Trumbauer and AVP Barbara O'Connor for their leadership. I saw Chief. Can you please stand? Oh. They're at the very back. Thank you. I also want to thank our faculty and staff who showed extraordinary flexibility and compassion toward our students, especially at the end of the semester, and give a special recognition to our counselors, Counseling Psychological Services Victim Advocate Program, and Employee Assistance Program who did so much to help us here. As you may know, we've entered a new phase of the university, the leadership gift phase of our most ambitious comprehensive campaign to date, led by Vice President Marla Vickers. We're off to a good start with a great number of gifts, including the recent naming of the College of Education, Ann's College, led by Dean Damon. Dean Damon, are you here? No. And we expect this to be one of our best years, very best years in fundraising totals. Our amazing donors have helped to transform Florida State University every day in so many unbelievable ways. Dramatic impact can be seen by visiting Legacy Hall. With the support of $32 million from our donors and $44 million from the state of Florida, we were able to build a 218,000 square foot state-of-the-art facility, the largest academic space ever built at Florida State University. And we remain hopeful that we're getting close to finalizing a gift agreement to name the building and college, hopefully in the next few weeks. Earlier this fall, Bruce and Tracy Berkowitz and the Fairholme Foundation made a transformational $10 million gift to the College of Nursing, the largest gift in the college's history, to expand a nursing program in Panama City and to help attack Florida's nursing shortage. We cannot thank Bruce and Tracy enough, and Trustee Gonzalez for helping us land this gift. Congratulations to you, Dean Wong. We've also done some pretty cool things in West Palm Beach. With the generosity of alumni Ben and Christina McFarland, we launched a new business education program in West Palm. And through a financial donation and a donation of space, and actually the building that Ben McFarland's in, we've launched an executive education in alternative finance program there, and it's off to a fantastic start. As you probably have read, the rapid relocation of financial giants to the area has provided a great opportunity for Florida State University in what is now being called Wall Street South. Now turn to the subject of athletics. We invested a tremendous amount of money in athletics this year, led by A.D. Alford, Michael Alford. We've made upgrades to Doak Campbell Stadium, enhanced the fan experience, provide safety and accessibility upgrades, and most importantly, A.D. Alford, in one of college football's most iconic venues, we will now be able to host concerts and things like the Savannah Bananas Baseball coming on February 26th through 28th, and professional bull riding March 13th and 14th. And while you may laugh at professional bull riding, I will have you know that John Pardee and Miranda Lambert are on headline for a two-night concert at iconic Doak Campbell Stadium. Congratulations. We've also opened the new Dunlap Football Center. It is really spectacular, and if you get a chance, you should really go look at it. Provides modernized resources for training, recovery, and development. It really is a must-see. That move has also been beneficial for our Olympic sports because that's allowed Olympic sports to have much more expansive space in the Moore Center. We're also very excited. I am particularly excited that we have added women's lacrosse as a new sport and have broken ground on a new women's lacrosse stadium out by the golf course. Don't worry, Mr. Chairman, it will not affect the golf course itself. It's just close to the golf course. We hired Coach Sarah Tisdale, and we are pumped to watch the team play its inaugural game on February 7th. I'll see you there. Also begun a new chapter in men's basketball, welcoming former FSU standout Luke Laux as head coach. Coach came from us, from NBA, from the Kings, and the Warriors before that, and he follows legendary Coach Hamilton's extraordinary 22-year run. We are very excited about the future of men's basketball. If you haven't noticed, Coach Brian Pinsky's women's soccer team are having a great season. And they have capped that season with 4 straight wins in the NCAA tournament and are now in the NCAA College Cup Soccer Champions semifinals, only 2 victories away from the national championship. And last spring, baseball, beach volleyball, men's and women's golf, men's and women's golf all finished in the top 10 nationally and seemed to get ever so close to winning that national championship. Coach Jarrett, Coach Niles, Coach Jones, and Coach Bonds, great job. Congratulations. Unfortunately, football was a bit up and down this year, but I am hopeful that championship football at Florida State will return soon. No one works harder and no one wants to win more than Coach Norvell, than Chairman Collins. Vice President and Athletic Director McCullough, and me. It is the FSU standard. We have made significant investments in facilities and coaches and players, so now it's time for us to figure it out, see what it takes to have a top football team. And we will. And we will. I believe in our team, and I am optimistic about next year. We're so proud of our impressive student athletes. These are students who have to work hard to do well in class, and they're also athletes who are at the top of their game, trying to get a little better every single day. And despite that, we have had the 4 of our best academic semesters in program history, each year with a higher and higher GPA. And they also had a record 91% graduation success rate. Congratulations. Is Mike Brady here? I thought I saw Mike Brady. Mike Brady is our faculty academic, what's it called, FAR, faculty academic representative. Congratulations to you, Miguel, and the whole team for all you do for our student athletes. It really makes a difference. It's critical to remember for all of you and for our community that Florida State University is part of the community. We're not only part of the community, we dominate the community. And what I mean by dominate the community is our contributions to this community. We inject an estimated $15 billion into the local and state economy every single year. 18,000 jobs, faculty and staff, live here and work in our community. 46,000 students spend over $1 billion on housing, food, gas, clothing, and entertainment each year, providing $53 million a year in sales tax for Leon County. That's 7% of the county's total sales tax revenue. And a single home football game generates $106.5 million in annual economic development for Leon County as well. The government, the state government, plays a key role in supporting us at Florida State University, from the governor, the legislature, the Florida Board of Governors, and our community partners. And we're very, very grateful to them for all of their support. Just in 2025, we received $130 million in key building projects, engineering building, money to locate Mendenhall that will eventually create a 1.4 million square feet of new space on campus, money for Veterans Legacy Complex, planning money for nursing building, money for FSU Health Building in Panama City Beach. The state funded an election law center into statute as a trusted, nonpartisan resource for election law and policy. They passed the Sunshine Genetics Act, as I mentioned before. The legislature also established the Florida Behavioral Health Data Repository, which is led by Behavioral Health Department here at Florida State in collaboration with the Northwest Regional Data Center. And that's in addition to other projects and recurring support that we received from the state last year in around the order of $15 million. We've also strengthened and continue to strengthen our relationships in Washington, D.C. as we advocate for priorities. I've traveled to the Capitol many times, met with cabinet members. I met with the White House officials, many of the secretaries, to discuss areas of national interest and areas where Florida State University can put to work their groundbreaking research and application in healthcare, national security, and artificial intelligence. We have a number of these funding opportunities in the works, and I think that you will see millions and millions of dollars coming into Florida State from those projects. Next year, oh no, this is the best part of the speech. In closing, Mr. Chairman, next year will be a very exciting milestone in the history of Florida State University. In 2026, Florida State University will celebrate its 175th anniversary of our founding. And our First Lady has volunteered to lead the efforts for a year-long celebration. I tried to talk her out of it, but I'm so glad that you're helping to organize all that. Thank you for that. As we honor our past, we look forward to the future with confidence and purpose. We are a university on the climb. Our goals are bold. Our goals are ambitious. And as you can see, we are not done yet. Our time is now. Thank you so much. Go Noles.
So I am standing between you and food, and I know a number of you probably wrote down that you wanted to talk to VP Patterson about the money that was on the table still from the LEAP grant, so I want to give you all time for that as well. I want to thank you all so much, all of the faculty senators for coming, and I look forward to seeing you all in the new year. Meeting adjourned. Thank you.